Hi, I'm Sonia, and welcome to my channel, Life Over 60. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a very well-known moisturizing cream called La Mer. Now, this is very expensive, at least I think it's very expensive. For 2 ounces, it's going to cost, over $300. In fact, for this video, because I wanted to see kind of what all the hype is about. I wanted to feel this cream. I wanted to test it on my skin. I bought this teensy weensy little 0.11 of an ounce of La Mer, and it cost me $68, which quite frankly, for me is a lot of money to spend on a skincare product. Nonetheless, I want to dive into what makes La Mer so special? What is so special about this cream that's worth all that money? And also look at, are there any duplicates out there? Is there anything that is comparable? And at the end of the day, I'll give you my opinion on whether or not I think it's worth it. So with that said, let's start looking at the ingredients of what makes La Mer so expensive. The first ingredient listed in La Mer is algae, which is seaweed extract. Now, this seaweed extract is actually an amazing product. It has many important vitamins, such as vitamin A, B1, B2, C, D, and E. It's high in minerals. It's got, things like iodine, zinc, magnesium, copper, and it also contains amino acids. All of these ingredients are really going to help the skin retain moisture, stay hydrated. This product is going to help the production of collagen, reduce the appearance of breakouts, boost protection from UV rays. It's going to protect the skin from free radicals. It's going to soothe the skin, stimulate faster healing. One of the things then that La Mer also does with the sea algae is they mix it with other ingredients, which they call their miracle broth. So they're going to mix it with things like calcium, magnesium, potassium, a bunch of different oils such as alfalfa, sunflower, wheat germ, eucalyptus, citrus. So they make this concoction of the seaweed plus a bunch of other great ingredients, and then they ferment this. And what they do is ferment it for a period of 3 to 4 months. And the one thing they do as well during this fermentation process is they kind of play sound waves or special music to the fermenting seaweed. Now, does that make a difference in anything? I'm not a scientist and I'm not going to weigh in on yay or nay. Just saying what they do, and that's maybe one of the things that make it so special. And in the fermentation process, what it does is it really makes all of the properties of the sea kelp more bioavailable to our skin. It just makes the product so much better. And it does that by breaking down the seaweed, the kelp, the walls that contain all of the wonderful ingredients. So it just breaks it all down, makes it then much, much better and much more absorbable for our skin. So that's great. It's got this seaweed extract. But what else does La Mer have in it? Well, it really does have a whole host of wonderful ingredients. It has lots and lots of really great moisturizing ingredients, and the top ones are glycerin, which is a natural moisturizer that's also in our skin, panthenol, which is a humectant, which means that it can help the skin to attract water and then hold on to it. It's got sesame seed oil, which is a really nice oil to repair and regenerate dry skin. It's got copper gluconate, and it has the zinc glucomate, which is really effective against inflammatory acne. So it's wonderful moisturizing ingredients are found in the product. One of the other things, though, that La Mer has in it is perfume, which can be quite irritating to a lot of people. And quite frankly, I'm not quite sure why we have perfumes in moisturizers. I'm not sure that it's really necessary. But overall, I mean, La Mer's got wonderful ingredients in it. So then what about products that people say are a dupe for La Mer? Well, I've heard or I've seen a bunch of videos that talk about Nivea cream being a dupe. Well, Nivea cream has a lot of excellent moisturizing ingredients in it. In fact, many are similar to that of La Mer. And when I smell Nivea, I smell La Mer. La Mer, it's not as strong as a scent, but they both have a scent. And if I put a bit of La Mer on me and I put a bit of the Nivea on me, I mean, they're both nice thick cream. They both absorb very rapidly into the skin. But is this a dupe? No, it's not even an alternative for La Mer because it doesn't have that key ingredient, the sea kelp, the seaweed. It doesn't have that, and that's really important. So then we look at the next ingredient or the next product, and this is the Seaweed Bath Company, which is a body cream, but it can also be used on your face. And this too is a nice thick cream, and it really absorbs nicely into the skin. And it's got the marine, the seaweed kelp extract in it. It's listed as like the second ingredient. This one is unscented. You can also buy it in a scented version, but I prefer the unscented. I'll just go back and talk a bit about cost. So for this little jar, 30 ml, like an ounce, it was $1.99. This one is 6 ounces. It was $16. Then I have Mario Badescu. Now again, great ingredients. The seaweed is right at the top of the list. Lovely moisturizing ingredients as well. And then we have the marine hyaluronics, which is from The Ordinary, and this is an ounce, and it was $8.80. Oh, the Mario was 22 US, and then I saw it for 70 Canadian. So the marine hyaluronics is just a lovely serum, and it too just, really absorbs nicely into your skin. And this has, well, it doesn't have all the moisturizing ingredients. It has a lot of excellent skincare ingredients and a lot of the different types of marine extracts in it as well. Then at the bottom, we have 4 more listed here. Now, the difference between the top 4, well, Nivea aside, because it doesn't have any of the marine, any of the seaweed kelp type product in it. The 3 on top, the Seaweed Bath Company, the Mario Badescu, and the marine hyaluronics, they do. The difference between those 3 and the 4 on the bottom of the slide is the fact that the other 4 have gone, the seaweed, the kelp has gone through a fermentation process. It's all been bio-fermented, which, as I mentioned earlier, makes the product better because it breaks down all the kelp and the toughness around it, and so that what's inside can become more easily absorbed and more bioavailable to our skin. Not to say that the seaweed extract that's not fermented is not good. I just think, based on what I've read, when it's been fermented, it becomes even better. So the ones on the bottom, we have a company from Hakel's. An ounce of that was about $26. We have one from a moisturizing, hydrating cream from Oceanica, which was about $40 for 2 ounces. One from NCY, I think it was. I've listed all of the name brands below. That one was about, I think, $40 for an ounce. And then the last one, the Skin Actives, was about $50 for an ounce. So these are all really great products. I haven't tried all of them, but just looking at the ingredient list, looking at the price that you're paying for them, I say they're all excellent products. Now, would I consider any of these a dupe for La Mer? In my opinion, no, I don't. I don't consider them a dupe. And I think the big reason is that La Mer, with its fermentation process, they add a lot of really great ingredients to their miracle broth, which I think just enhances everything that it's going to do for your skin. I think it's just going to make it even better. That said, though, while these may not be a dupe, I do believe, with the exception of Nivea, because it is just a moisturizing cream, they are all great alternatives to La Mer. They're excellent alternatives to La Mer. And if you want a really great moisturizer with the benefits of the seaweed, then take something like a marine hyaluronic, or take a Henkel serum and add it to the Nivea, and I think you've got a pretty good product there. So I think they're great alternatives. You just don't know to what extent some of the products their fermentation process has gone through. And because I'm not a scientist, I don't know, is 3 or 4 months, is that really good? Is a week really good? Does it matter? Is there a length of time that one needs for a product to be fermented for it to be better than if it wasn't fermented? I don't have the answers to those questions. But nonetheless, I do believe that having the sea extracts, having the kelp, fermented or not, is a really great ingredient for your skin. So do I think La Mer is worth the $300+ for 2 ounces? In my humble opinion, I don't believe that it's worth that. I believe that we can achieve great results with a far less expensive product. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, I'd really appreciate if you get a little thumbs up to the video, and if you'd like to be notified the next time that I put out a video, just hit that notification bell. And if there's anything, if you have any questions, or if you have an ingredient that you're curious about, let me know about that in the comments, and I'll look into it, because I'll be continuing this series on interesting skincare ingredients. Well, at least interesting to me, in that I've never heard of it. I mean, you may have heard of all of these ingredients, and that's great. But I haven't, and I think there are folks out there who may not have heard about them either, and just want to bring you my opinion on what I think about these skincare ingredients. So that's all for today. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.